a little brighter out here than I thought it'd be, but what is going on? It's Kelly here, and I'm at my house. This video is a vlog concoction of clips, bits and pieces I've been filming over the past few weeks. As you guys know, Hurricane Milton did hit Florida. Luckily, myself, in my neighborhood, in my house, I got very minimal damage. The fence fell over, my papaya tree fell over, but nothing crazy. However, my big white chicken that I did have turned out to be a rooster. So I took the rooster to a farm up in Fort Pierce and gave it to them. So he's living his life, his best life, with probably a bunch of hens. And I picked up these two hens right here. That's Hey Hey, He Hey in the back. So these two chickens are Rhode Island Reds mixed with something else. I think it's like White Star, Red Star, I can't remember. All I know is they're supposed to be really good layers, and potentially they could lay up to 2 eggs a day, which is pretty crazy. So I know you want to come out, but I just cleaned my porch and I do not want you to poop on it. So we have 5 hens. The wild chicken does not lay eggs anymore. Those two, the two new, or actually all 3, should start laying within the month. And the Rhode Island Red, the original, the bossy one, still lays. So it's been a few weeks since the storm. This fix got fenced. That fix got fenced. Wow. This fix got fenced. That fence got fixed. This one fixed. So the backyard's all good to go. Finley, what's you thinking? Hi, handsome boy. But during the hurricane, I did have a lot of downtime to put all my projects together. I had a bunch of stuff in the freezer, like some feathers, bird wings, bird tails, fans, turkey fans, some fish heads, some skulls. So I went ahead and I filmed a little bits and pieces of everything. Honestly, I'm human. I was like super out of it and kind of lazy during the hurricane, and I should have actually just like went into detail and filmed the whole thing, but it was also my first time doing any type of like European mount or like skull mount, so I wasn't really sure. But I ended up boiling down 2 duck heads and a turkey head, and I boiled them down. I hit them with a hose, took some meat off. I learned that the meat, the bird meat kind of like stuck to the head when I cooked it, when I boiled it. So I ended up letting the skulls sit in some water so they would like get kind of soggy, and I would just pick all the meat off. Well, they turned out great. All right, so we have a hurricane or a tropical storm coming to Florida. We just got hit by Helene, and now we have another one forming in the Gulf, and we also have 2 more forming out in the Atlantic. So I'm taking this crappy, rainy, overcast weather that we have. It just actually stopped raining, and I'm going to empty my freezer and start working on these turkey fans I've had for a year or 2. I have turkey fan, some more in my freezer. This is a turkey head. I want to do a skull mount. I actually am working on 2 duck skull mounts right there, as well as the duck wings, the duck feet. This is a big lionfish skull. I want to experiment and try to do a lionfish skull mount, which is going to be very tedious. I don't know if it's gonna get accomplished or not, but family, watch out. Just need to do this because they have been sitting in my freezer a little too long. So these are some of the wings from, oh man, I think, yep, the Osceola I shot in Florida. What's that, Finn? Oh, Finley, come here. He's such a chicken. He's such a nut. But yeah, so we're gonna be just doing some stuff around the house. I'll give you guys a chicken update later, but we got a lot of stuff to do. I have the duck skulls in a little bit of a jar with some soap and water. Gonna let those sit. I boiled them for a little bit and picked off as much meat as I could. I have some salt, and I already have these 2 sets of wings salted with the feet and I spread them out and put books on top to kind of flatten them out a little bit. The salt helps dry out any meat that's left on the bone and just kind of preserve it and it won't smell or anything. Set the table up in my garage. I have to go to Walmart and get some cardboard boxes, but this is my Osceola from a few years ago with the spurs and the beard. This was just a smaller gobbler I shot in Georgia. Those are the Osceola wings. And still in my freezer, I have my Georgia Eastern bird that I still have to do. As for the duck heads, I had them in a glass jar for like probably a week, but it was just kind of like when I got to them because the water I don't think is really going to harm them. So I have one almost done here. It's my turkey skull, which came out really good. I just got to glue it together. Anyways, I took the duck heads out of the water. Their meat is softening up. It's falling off the bone. I took some tweezers and very tediously pulled off skin and pieces of meat, and I have a half hydrogen peroxide, half water boil right here that I put the duck heads in, let them boil up. I take them out, I pick off what I can, tweezers and my fingers. If there's still a little bit of stuff on there, I just throw them back in the boil for a couple minutes, take it back out, and repeat the process until it's done. Duck heads are pretty tedious. Bring this out just like that and pretty much just look it over and just pick off any other meat, but this is looking pretty much good. Like there's pretty much good looking pretty good. There's just like a little bit of skin right here, which I'm trying to do with one hand, but yep, just kind of repeating the process until it's all done. And the hydrogen peroxide will make the skull more white. Now what a lot of people do is, since the beak is actually like skin, there's like the brown skin is over the beak, is they will paint the beak brown if you like. Do whatever you want, but I'm happy. They're actually coming out really good. The first day I boiled these heads, even the turkey head, like it almost like kind of cooked the meat onto the head, and I was like, oh my god, this is a pain in the butt to get off. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna let them sit in water for a few days and figure it out then. And sure enough, all the muscle loosened up and fell right off. So I think it's gonna turn out really good. The turkey skull mount came out incredible. This one was relatively easy to do. Their beaks actually come off and you can just super glue their beaks back on. The duck skulls were a little bit more tedious, a little more fragile. I did super glue the bottom jaw on there, which I probably didn't have to because you don't really see it. But yes, boiled them down a few times, let them sit in a jar of water. And then I took tweezers and I would like pluck all the little tiny bits and pieces of the brains and muscles off the heads and boiled them down again in a little bit of hydrogen peroxide and water, like 50-50. Got them a little white, and then sprayed them with a little bit of polyurethane, however you say that. Just this like shiny clear coat just to give them a little bit of pizzazz. My house is a mess right now. I just got a huge shipment from Gator Coolers, which if you guys know Gator Coolers, you guys can use Island Key for 10% off any customized coolers or drinkware. And he's been experimenting with a new machine he has, which is this one. So he was able to do my colored logo on a cup, which is super sick. That one came out really good. And then he also has some new like pastel colors as well. Super stoked on that, but as you guys can see, I have a lot of that. So new pastel colors. There is a lot of stuff going on in the Kelly household. I'm also packing to go to Norway. I had to dig out my cold water wetsuit that I've never worn before. Fun fact, when I started YouTube, I was actually supposed to go to Norway to go spearfishing halibut, but then COVID happened and the trip never went on. But this wetsuit is thick. So I wanted to rent a dry suit when I get out there. However, the company I've been emailing to rent a dry suit, they're out for that week. Like, they're all rented out. So I'm like, I do have that wetsuit is fine. I just have to get a little lubricated and wet to put it on. The water's gonna be, I think anywhere from 35 degrees Fahrenheit to 45 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's gonna be very cold. So I'm like, oh, I'd love to just run a dry suit and just like stay dry, obviously. But if I don't have that option, I'm gonna have to get a little bit wet, so we'll see. That's an exciting trip coming up. Let's see what else we got going on. Yes, I do have that lionfish skull. It's in water still. All the meat should fall off of it. I did buy beetles because I want to put that lionfish head in a container with the beetles and see if the flesh-eating beetles will do their job, which I think they will, because I fed them a piece of chicken and they devoured it. So I'm really excited to see that. I gotta get the tote and set that up, which I'm going to do today. This right here is a little container that they came in. You can tell there's like a little bit pieces of chicken stuff left in there, but hopefully the pine shavings are okay. But we're gonna look at them all. The grubs are so big. I think that's like the baby beetles. But yeah, I got these beetles off Amazon. I think I bought 50 of them. But then I think those little worms actually turn into more beetles. The lionfish head has been sitting in here for a couple weeks. It's gonna be rank when I open it. I'm gonna open it way back here. Finley, don't you even think about that. Get. Holding my breath. I don't even have to use the beetles. Holy smokes. Finley, don't even think about rolling in this. Phew. Well, it looks like I do not need the beetles for the lionfish head anymore because there's no more meat on it. The meat just like dissolved in the water. So I think I'm gonna use the beetles for mammals and birds, like small mammals, because like deer heads you can just boil. Ducks, turkey heads. I'm gonna go squirrel hunting when I go to Georgia next week, so maybe I'll do a little squirrel skull mount. I'm just gonna start experimenting because I have these beetles now. Hopefully I can keep the beetles alive until then, but as long as they can live in that container and I give them like a piece of chicken every now and then or like a squirrel head, I think we'll be good. I don't know why, but these pumpkin cookies from Publix are always so good. They're probably like the crappiest cookie ever, but they're so good to me. But this video is ending. I just wanted to take all the bits and pieces that I had of this like craziness going on in my house, of these skulls and these projects and these turkey fans, kind of lay it out into a video, as well as a storm as too. And what else? Packing for Norway, where I'm organizing things for Norway. I haven't started packing yet. That'll be in November. It's gonna be a crazy trip. I've never traveled to Europe before, so it should be really cool. What else am I doing? I'm picking up my brother from the airport. He's coming to visit for a few days. We're probably gonna go make a peacock bass fishing video down south. Well. Oh. I don't think I showed you my finished product. Well, almost finished product of the turkey fans. So, with the turkey fans, after they're defrosted, fan them out. I use push tacks, or you can use nails and plywood, but I have cardboard. And you want to open up the fans. I put books on them so they wouldn't shut, or sometimes the tacks like pop out of the cardboard. Open up the fans. You can use salt or borax to dry out the meat on the fans. So they're actually probably almost done. They've been sitting like this for a few weeks now. One more thing before we leave. I have my website all done, and I keep forgetting to like verbally announce it in my videos because when I'm filming and my brain is everywhere else. kellyyoungshop.com. I have a bunch of new merch with a new logo. I'm super stoked about it. I also have my Island Key Blend Blonde Roast Coffee. So be sure to try that out. When you click on the website, you go to catalog for all the merch. If you want to go to the coffee, it will be in that little like hamburger logo. Scroll down to My Coffee and it will redirect you to the Guggen website. Like, Guggen Coffee is a local coffee shop in Stuart, Florida, where I live. So I teamed up with them to make my own coffee brand. So super excited about that. It's delicious. I drink it pretty much every day, which you guys know I love my coffee. So check out kellyyoungshop.com for merch. Christmas is coming up. December's right around the corner. Bunch of cool stuff there. So check it out. And right now this video is ending. I'm gonna get to editing, make some Facebook videos, which I'm trying to pump my Facebook. I'm trying to get my Facebook going. Been uploading a bunch of videos on Facebook, just like any other social media platform. Algorithms and consistency. So I'm editing Facebook videos right now, YouTube videos, planning my months of November and December and January. We got a lot going on, and my brain is rambling and scrambling, so rambling and scrambling. So right now this video is ending, you guys. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe, leave a positive comment below, and we will see you guys next time. See ya.